You know, sometimes we talk about change as if it's this great mystery. As if success, peace, healing, whatever we desire, belongs only to the lucky few. But the truth is much simpler. Life doesn't just respond to effort. It responds to repetition. Listen carefully, repetition is the most underestimated creative force in the universe. Every thought you repeat, every word you rehearse, every feeling you return to again and again, that's what builds your world. Not once in a while. Not when you're in a good mood. But consistently. Your mind is a garden. And repetition is the hand that plants. Now, here's what most people don't realize: the mind doesn't care what you plant. It doesn't judge your words as right or wrong, true or false. It simply accepts what you keep saying and begins to shape your world accordingly. If you keep saying, "I can't catch a break," you won't. If you keep saying, "Nothing ever works for me," nothing will. Not because life hates you, but because your words are the blueprint your subconscious uses to build your reality. Let that sink in. You are not punished by your words, you are shaped by them. The world has always known this truth, even if it's expressed in different ways. Religions call it confession. Philosophers call it affirmation. Psychologists call it conditioning. But whatever the name, it's all the same law. You become what you repeatedly say and believe. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." James Allen said, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." But here's the deeper truth: it's not just what you think once, it's what you keep thinking until it sinks into the heart. See, the heart is where thought becomes belief. And belief is where words turn into flesh. Every day, you are programming yourself. Every phrase you whisper under your breath is an instruction to your subconscious. When you say, "I'm tired," your body listens. When you say, "I can't do this," your energy drops. When you say, "I'm blessed," your spirit opens up to opportunities. Your inner world has ears, and it's always listening. That's why the scripture says, "Let the weak say, I am strong." Not feel strong. Not hope to be strong. But say it. Because words plant strength where weakness once lived. Let me tell you a secret most people miss: you don't have to believe your affirmation right away. You just have to repeat it until belief grows. Faith doesn't start as a feeling, it starts as a choice. And repetition waters that choice until it blossoms into conviction. You say, "I am healed," while you're still in pain. You say, "I am abundant," while the bills are still stacked on the table. You say, "I am at peace," even when your mind feels like a storm. Because you are not describing your situation, you are declaring your intention. And what you declare long enough becomes what you experience. Now, listen, repetition is neutral. You can use it to build yourself up, or you can use it to tear yourself down. Most people unknowingly affirm their limitations every single day. They say, "I'm not good enough." They say, "Things never work out for me." They say, "I'll never get out of this." And because those phrases are repeated with feeling, the subconscious treats them as commands. The mind doesn't argue. It obeys. That's why Proverbs says, "Life and death are in the power of the tongue." Not metaphorically. Literally. Your words carry creative energy. They either breathe life into your dreams or bury them. So if repetition creates, then your first act of creation every morning is what you say to yourself. When you wake up and say, "It's going to be another stressful day," your mind begins preparing for stress. But when you rise and say, "I am calm, I am guided, and I am capable," your mind starts organizing your world to match that statement. You've probably heard people say, "Fake it till you make it." But the deeper truth is this: speak it until you see it. In the morning, when your mind is still quiet, that's the sacred hour of creation. That's when your subconscious is soft like fresh soil, ready to receive new seed. That's the time to speak your words of power. Say them slowly. Say them with feeling. Say them as if they are already true. I am healthy. I am prosperous. I am loved. I am enough. Don't rush the words, feel them. Because repetition with emotion carves new pathways in the brain, new expectations in the soul. And before long, life begins to match your inner script. Now some will say, isn't that just lying to myself? No, that's alignment. You're not denying what is. You're announcing what will be. You are not a slave to your current condition. You are a co-creator of what comes next. When a seed is planted, the ground doesn't laugh and say, "You're not a tree yet." It simply nurtures it until it becomes one. So don't mock your own declarations. Feed them. Water them. Protect them. Because words are seeds, and your future is their harvest. Every time you repeat a new truth, the old one weakens. Every time you speak light, the shadows lose power. It might take time, but time always bends toward consistency. That's why the great philosopher Nietzsche said, the essential thing in life and earth is a long obedience in the same direction. A long obedience, that's what repetition is. You keep showing up, you keep saying the truth, you keep aligning yourself, until the world recognizes your new vibration. Look at any success story, anyone who has risen above their circumstance, and behind it, you'll find repetition. Athletes rehearse the same move thousands of times until it becomes instinct. Musicians repeat the same scales until they can play with their eyes closed. And the spiritually awakened repeat truth until it becomes their default state of being. Repetition turns effort into nature. It turns wishing into knowing. And when you know, manifestation is inevitable. So if you want to change your life, start here, change what you repeat. Stop rehearsing your pain and start rehearsing your promise. Stop quoting your past and start declaring your future. Say it in the morning. Say it in traffic. Say it in the shower. Say it before bed. Let your entire life become an affirmation in motion. And when doubt creeps in, because it will, don't argue with it. Just outlast it. Keep speaking truth until the lie runs out of breath. Keep repeating your vision until it feels more real than your fear. Doubt is temporary. Persistence is eternal. Every word you repeat with conviction is a hammer strike against the wall that separates you from your highest self. One day, that wall will crack. And everything you've spoken in faith will pour into reality. So today, choose your words carefully. They are not just sounds, they are structures. Every syllable shapes the unseen. And as you keep repeating your truth, as you keep declaring your destiny, you'll notice something miraculous. Your energy will change. Your perception will change. And the world around you will rearrange itself to match the song you've been singing all along. So don't speak from where you are. Speak from where you're going. Don't describe your struggle. Declare your strength. Don't let fear write your script. Let faith speak the final word. Because repetition is creation. Your voice is the instrument. And your life is the song.